Welcome back to The Explainer. We're officially on day 47 of the series, and if you've been following along, we've tackled the whole shebang. Textbooks, Airbnb arbitrage, gig apps, you name it. But today we're setting the stage for something seriously powerful. We're going to look at how you can take your pure creativity and turn it into cash. And the best part? No writing scripts, no recording yourself, and absolutely zero physical inventory sitting in your garage. So, can you really build a profitable business without ever literally touching a single product? I know. It sounds a bit like a gimmick, right? But it's 100% legit, and it's called print on demand. Now look, I know this model has been around the block for years, but I need you to do me a favor. Just completely wipe whatever you thought you knew about it right out of your head. We are tackling this through a 2026 lens. AI has basically flipped this whole space upside down. It's slashed the barrier to entry and cranked up the speed of design creation faster than anything we've ever seen. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the game plan for today. We're going to define what print on demand actually is. Then we'll hit the 2026 AI advantage, break down the top platforms and real profits, show you exactly how to dodge that deadly generic trap, and wrap it all up with traffic and personalization strategies. All right, let's kick things off with section 1. What exactly is print on demand? The zero inventory business. So let's get crystal clear on the mechanics here. Print on demand is basically a model where you cook up a design, slap it on some virtual products, think t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, maybe some tote bags, and then you list them online. That's your piece of the puzzle. The real magic? That happens when someone actually clicks buy. Only after a sale drops does a fulfillment company swoop in. They physically print the item and ship it directly to your customer. You never, and I mean literally never, have to front the cash for inventory or even touch the physical product.
Let's break this down into 4 super simple steps. Step 1, you create and list your design. Step 2, boom, a customer buys it. Step 3, your fulfillment partner prints the thing. And step 4, they ship it out. Once your design is live, it's completely hands-off. Think of yourself as the creative director and the marketing guru. Meanwhile, this massive warehouse somewhere else is handling all the unglamorous stuff, the logistics, the packaging, printing the shipping labels, all of it.
Which perfectly tees up section 2, the 2026 AI advantage, speed and strategy. Now, this is what totally rewrites the rules on who can win in this space today. You literally don't need to be a pro graphic designer anymore. Tools like Canva and the wild new AI image generators give you an unbelievable speed advantage. I mean, you can use AI to brainstorm hundreds of ultra-specific niche ideas in seconds. You can spin up rapid design concepts. You can even have the AI write these highly optimized, engaging product descriptions and dig up the SEO keywords so buyers actually find your listings. AI is doing all the heavy lifting for us. But, and listen up, because this is a massive but, do not just spit out a bunch of generic AI images and blindly spam them everywhere, okay? That is a one-way ticket to failure. You still absolutely need human judgment. You need original concepts that actually spark a connection with a real person. Plus, you have to be totally sure you have the commercial usage rights for what you're generating, and you got to maintain strict quality control. At the end of the day, your actual niche and your core idea matter way, way more than just the sheer volume of stuff you upload. So, once you've got that killer idea, where exactly do you put it? Let's get into section 3, platforms and real profits. Time for a quick reality check. Let's break down where you should actually be setting up shop, depending on your goals. First up, Etsy. This is super high on the ease for beginners scale because the traffic is built in. Millions of buyers are already hanging out there while it's open. Shopify, on the other hand, is right in the middle for ease, but it gives you absolute 100% control over your brand because it's your own standalone site. The catch? You are completely on the hook for driving your own traffic. And then you've got marketplaces like Redbubble. Literally the easiest to start, built-in eyeballs, but yeah, you give up almost all control of your customer relationship, and you're generally settling for much lower profit margins. Speaking of those margins, let's just imagine the hypothetical retail price of a t-shirt you just sold is $24.99. Your phone buzzes, you see that notification, and you're like, awesome, I just made 25 bucks. Well, hold on a second. Let's look at the actual math. And this brilliantly illustrates the true anatomy of a sale. Yes, your retail price is $24.99, but right off the top, the production and fulfillment costs from your printing partner, that's going to chew up around 12 bucks. Then you've got to slice off the marketplace fees. Oh, and don't forget the payment processing fees. So your final actual profit, it's going to be significantly lower than that big flashy headline price. This right here is exactly why your pricing strategy and your product selection are absolutely crucial. Pushing high volume doesn't automatically equal high profits if your margins are razor thin. So, how do you actually command better margins? Well, you've got to offer something people truly care about. Let's move to section 4, avoiding the generic trap. Niches win. The absolute biggest rookie mistake people make in their first few months is going way too generic. You know what I mean? Think of a standard t-shirt that just says hustle hard or some vague motivational quote. The market is completely flooded with these. It is insanely competitive and almost impossible to get noticed. But on the flip side, a winning niche that targets a very specific audience with a super strong sense of identity. We're talking specific dog breeds, super niche hobbies, unique professions, or tight-knit gaming communities. There's this quote right from our source material that just hits the nail on the head. It says, "The narrower the audience, the easier it can be to create products that feel specifically made for them." Think about it. When a totally obsessed golden retriever owner who also happens to love playing chess sees a shirt blending those two exact things, they aren't just looking at a piece of fabric. They're seeing their own identity. And that kind of connection, that is exactly what drives repeat, reliable sales. To get those specific products right in front of those specific buyers, we need to dive into section 5, traffic and personalization, standing out. One of the most common strategic blunders you can make starting out is relying entirely on Etsy's search or burning cash on expensive paid ads. Don't do it. Instead, leverage platforms like Pinterest, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. These are absolute gold mines for driving free, organic traffic to your store. And the best part? You can just pump out short, catchy videos showing off the design, highlighting the niche, or proving why your product is awesome, all without ever having to show your face on camera. And if you want the inside scoop on the real, absolute game-changing opportunity for 2026, it's personalization. Customers will happily open their wallets and pay premium prices for merch that features custom names, family inside jokes, specific pet portraits, or custom wedding and birthday gifts. Why? Because they're not just grabbing something off a generic shelf anymore. They're buying a product that feels exclusively, uniquely made just for them, and that perceived value is off the charts. So, the crucial point is this. It all comes down to the rule of 20. Print on demand is an amazing, zero-inventory way to turn your ideas into a legit business, right? But let's be real, it is not magically passive income on day one. You are actively building a catalog and figuring out what the market actually wants to buy. Your first 20 designs, they might completely flop, but your next 20, they might teach you exactly what works. And once you lock in that one winning design, you can scale it up into a ton of different products and variations. AI has just massively shrunk the time it takes to test these ideas. It hasn't replaced the need for consistency, originality, and good old-fashioned hustle.
And that pretty much wraps up today's honest deep dive into print on demand. Tomorrow is day 48, and we're pivoting to something really exciting. We're going to be answering the question, what digital skills can you turn into a paid service that real businesses are actually desperate to buy? If you haven't yet, definitely go back and binge days 1 through 46 to get totally caught up. And make sure you hit subscribe right now so you do not miss day 48. I will see you then.